Call of Duty Zombies is one of the most influential iterations of zombies, and while this video is about COD Zombies, its relevance to zombie culture is not all that important to this video. I only really said it to sound smart. On February 20th, 2023, the YouTuber Joshua Shaw released a video called The President's Play Mob of the Dead. Well, not his first video using the current US President Joe Biden and 3 former US Presidents Barack Obama, Donald Trump, and George W. Bush. This was the first of many videos with relevance to COD Zombies. This video features gameplay of the Call of Duty Zombies map Mob of the Dead, while a story takes place voiced by AI-generated voices of the 4 presidents. Unfortunately, while the voices tell a story of them playing the map, the gameplay doesn't sync with it.
Alright, we gotta feed the dog head so we can get the Hills Retriever. I got the cell block one.
I got infirmary.
Me and Joe will make our way to the docks so we can get the plane piece as well.
This continues with his next 2 videos about Blood of the Dead and Moon. He then uploaded 2 tier-list videos, but all of this would change as on March 17th, 2023, he uploaded a video called The Presidents Do the Transit, Die Rise, and Buried Easter Eggs. While this was double the length of his previous 3 gameplays, this was the first video where he synced both the story and the gameplay. This all came to a head when Joshua Shaw uploaded the video, The President's Return to Mob the Dead. I couldn't find the original upload date. Hell, not even Joshua Shaw himself knew the original date. This is where Joshua Shaw would start his 4-season-long series about 4 presidents just trying to make it home.
But I'd really like to get the lights on. Is there anything you guys out there can do to help with that? Oh, hold on a second. I think I found a lever. And maybe this will turn on the lights.
Ah! Joe! Let go this instant! That is not a lever!
I would love to make a video just talking about the lore for the series. Unfortunately, that's not what I'm talking about today. Now, you're here to get an answer to one question. Why is this YouTube series about 4 US presidents going through COD zombie lore genius? Well, I have a couple reasons. On one hand, these videos provide a new take on a decade-and-a-half story, a story that's known for its confusion and mystery, for never giving any straight answers, and the emptiness of its endings. It's a series for fans who want a new take on the COD zombie story, who want an ending that's satisfying and fulfilling, with characters that get to see a happy ending. The COD Zombies Aether Stories ending is known for having a really bad and rushed ending, killing off the characters people have loved for a decade, destroying everything the players have ever known, and having the worst cutscene to portray it. While The Presidential Zomboys is a new story, it provides a story people have been longing for years. I wouldn't be surprised if this is what got you into COD Zombies. It's easy to understand and get into, and at the time of the recording, the ending to the series has not yet been made, so who knows how the series ends. But with how it's been going, I'm pretty sure the ending will be a lot more fulfilling than BO4's ending. And that's something the players have been asking for years. The other reason this series is genius is it takes current political topics and both calls attention to them and makes fun of them. This is most present with the Presidential Zomboys themselves, as these 4 are equally on separate political parties. Not to mention, these 4 are really old and probably don't play video games. But Joshua Shaw, as well as many other channels, don't make these 4 one-to-one replicas of their real-life selves. They make the 4 more or less like characters, like Obama having a very murderous tendency to drone-strike African villages, George being obsessed with the Twin Towers, Joe being addicted to ice cream, or Donald being addicted to McDonald's. These aren't true things about these people, they are just used for comedic effect and parodying real-life events. It's also an amazing way to get infinite content, as 2 of the 4 members are still active presidential candidates, meaning there are more opportunities to make more jokes. He even incorporates real-life political figures that aren't presidents into COD zombie characters, like Brock and Gary from Shangri-La being replaced with Mike Pence and Kamala Harris, or the Victus crew being Bernie Sanders, Alex Jones, AOC, even fucking Ben Shapiro. These are all characters loosely based off their IRL versions that have their own plot lines and character development. This series is a lot like South Park, where it makes fun of or talks about real-life problems and events that plague American society and turn them into something a lot more digestible. That's one of the reasons I love this series so much, and I think it's so genius. Now, I was thinking about ending the video there, but I messaged Joshua Shaw on Discord to see if he was down to do an interview to, stretch out the length of this video. And like the goat he is, he said yes. Unfortunately, this was a text-based interview, as I'm not the best interviewer. With that out of the way, this is the Joshua Shaw interview through Discord. Alright, well, here's the first question. What inspired you to not only make presidential plays, but also make them about COD Zombies?
Well, I was initially inspired by other AI president memes at the time. I saw what other people were doing and thought I could do that. As for the choice to make them about zombies, it was just a game franchise I was very passionate and knowledgeable about, so it seemed like a good choice.
I guess that kind of answers my second question. Why choose Obama, Trump, Biden, and Bush to be the protagonists? Do you have anything new to add to that, or does it just sum it all up?
Yeah, they're just the most recent presidents and the ones pretty much everyone knows about at this point, so it made sense.
Makes enough sense. My next is, what was the most fun video to record?
I wouldn't really say any of them were more fun to record than another. It just really comes down to which Easter eggs I like doing the most. So in that regard, maybe Ancient Evil or something like that. But I feel like one of the next few episodes, like the collab with Shreve or the final, will take that spot.
I see. Another question I have is, do you think that if you didn't make the President's play Mob the Dead, you would still be making Dead by Daylight videos?
Definitely not. I only uploaded that first Dead by Daylight video for fun. I never really planned on trying to do YouTube after that first video. The President's videos likewise started out as just something fun that happened to take off.
Man, I would have loved to see a 20-minute long video of the Presidents complaining about Dead Hard. But anyway, my next question is, who is your favorite character out of the entire series?
President's Play Dead by Daylight video is still something I want to make at some point, to be fair. Probably when the FNAF chapter drops. As far as my favorite character, I'll give you two answers. Out of the main four presidents, definitely George. I don't know why, I just think he's underrated, but I like his attitude and personality. As for the many side characters who have appeared, I'll give it to Isaac and Abe Lincoln. I just like what I was able to do with the characters at the time I was president. Writing original characters has been super rewarding for me.
Now, for my final question. I'm gonna ask something so important and deep to the lore that it could change the way people see the series. Is the President's Play 5 canon?
That's a question I've went back and forth with myself many times. On the one hand, it was made before the story was even an idea in my head, and clearly just to make the video funnier. So in that regard, you could easily say no. However, I have thought of ways to somehow implement it into the canon later, but I haven't settled on whether or not that'll happen. So as of now, I'll say no, but that could change in the next 4 episodes if I decide to implement it somehow.
Well, that's all I got. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to do this. I'm a really huge fan and cannot wait for the last few episodes. Have a good day.
You too, and don't mention it.
Before I get into the outro, massive shout out to Trash Panda for recording those lines for me. This video could not have done it without him, and please go show him some love. But without the way, let's get into the outro. And that's all she wrote. While this is a really short video essay, it's something I've wanted to make for months, and I'm so glad I finally decided to make it. This series is one of the things that got me back into zombies. I love talking about the J. Shaw lore, and maybe when the finale comes out, I might make a complete timeline, but we'll get there when we get there. Oh, almost forgot. Joshua runs a Discord server, so if you have any questions about the series or you want to find some guys to play with, go check it out. I also help run a Discord server, so if you're interested, check that out as well. All the links will be in the description. Now, I gotta leave. I got hired at this bar over at the Badass Creator of Badassitude, and my orientation starts in a little bit, so gotta go. See ya.